Hi besties, how are we doing? We just actually finished a meeting and I am heading home. I am extremely tired. I said let's talk to you guys because I love talking to you guys. You guys are my besties behind the screen and I love sharing things that I learn and have learned in my life because clearly I got a lot to say, and this is why this YouTube channel, we're gonna manifest right now. We're gonna get to 10 million followers in the next 3 years. We can do it. I just need to just learn more and just pour my heart, soul into you guys. So without further ado, let's talk about today why women get to 6 figures, but it is so hard for them to get to 7 figures. Why women cannot scale to 7 figures easily, and they almost always end up burning out. So here's the thing that we need to understand, that 0 to 6 figures is actually easy. I know a lot of us think it's not, but it's a matter of pure hustle, pure grind, pure dedication, work, sweat and tears all the time. The difference between 7 figures is actually the complete opposite, where you need to free up a lot of your mind and a lot of your time for higher skills, for things that no one can do but you, essentially, right? Because at that point, now you're outsourcing, now you're hiring people, and you just leave the thoughts, the thinking process for you, but that's why you need to free up all your time. You're so used to, from 0 to 6 figures, to put a lot of work in, to think so much, to do basically everything by yourself. Now getting to 7 figures, you're gonna have to literally do the complete opposite, and that's why women cannot figure 7 figures out. So let's dive real deep into it. So essentially, 6 figures, what I like to call it, is hustle money, and 7 figures is actually system money. The faster you learn how to systemize your business, the work, the process, the hiring, the firing, the posting, the branding, the sales, the faster you actually get to 7 figures. And most women, again, just like I was saying, we are programmed, because throughout our 6-figure journey, we're programmed that I need to do everything by myself, and we have the hardest time learning to let go of your business. It is not your baby. I see so many women are like, this is my baby, this is my business. Let go of your baby. If you look at most successful billion-dollar companies, their CEO, the person, the owner, they probably have less than 20%. I know Elon Musk have like way less than 20% of his company. I know Jeff Bezos have way less, like they have small percentages in their company that they don't even control their company anymore. And that is why it's a billion-dollar company. It cannot get to $1 billion if it's only your ideas and your thoughts and your beliefs, because you only know certain number of things, and it's gonna take decades for you to learn a new skill unless you bring new thoughts, new talent that can add to the team. You guys know the saying, you can go fast alone, but if you want to go far, you need a team. And I know it's simple and we've heard it before, but it is the truth, it is the reality. Which basically brings me to the next topic, which is the 3 silent killers in business for women. Number 1, it is perfectionism. When you are a woman that thinks it needs to be so perfect and no one can do it like me, and it needs to be exactly to my style and my standards, and you're not willing to change small little things that can actually enhance your business. I actually have business people that I have met in my life that is their downfall, and I can see it. But sometimes you look at people and they don't want your advice, so it's hard for you to give their advice to them. That's exactly why they're making $300,000 to $500,000 a year. I see exactly where they're falling short to not make $1 million. It is because they keep wanting to be in every sales group chat, in every sales chat. They want everything to be on their values, to be, oh my God, who is doing this? No, this is not my style. They need to micromanage every single aspect of business and every single person that they hire, that they end up working triple shift doing all of that, and they're like, okay, well, I think it's easier for me to just do everything by myself. And this is why they're stuck. And these women are smart businesswomen, but because they cannot let go of micromanaging, of perfectionism, doing it all themselves, that's why they will not make $1 million anytime soon. And maybe someone that is way less skilled, way younger than them, way crazier than them, is making way more than $100,000 a month, aka me, because I know to let go. I hire people better than me, and I'm not micromanaging. I actually trust you to do your job. Now, if you end up not doing your job, you're gonna be fired. But I trust that you will do what I ask you to do. And if you don't, there's consequences. But I don't spend my time watching every little detail. The second thing is delegation. You need to learn that when you hire someone, you need to hire at 7 figures. You definitely need to hire a lot of people. You need to delegate. I literally tell people in my business, I am just the brain and the face. Everything else is done by people that I have hired that are better than me in so many areas. My assistants, my directors, they are doing everything from answering emails, DMs, coming up with things to do, coming up with strategies. Me, I don't do anything but think. And then, because of social media, I also record. Everything could be delegated. The faster you understand that, the faster you're gonna make $1 million. The faster you stop doing everything thinking you are a superwoman, the faster you're gonna be making a lot of money. Start delegating everything. Because I got stuck at that for years before I started delegating. Delegate everything. Did you guys understand it? Okay, good. Good, because I wish someone yelled at me like this when I wanted that advice. And the third thing is, women are still selling their time instead of their value. So when they charge people, they're like, okay, well, how much time is it gonna take me? I'm gonna charge XYZ. Instead of like, what is the value that I bring to this relationship, to this business deal? When I know, for example, what is my value, it's a whole different conversation. For example, we actually had a brand reach out to us, and it's an amazing brand, by the way, and they wanted us to promote them on YouTube and on Instagram. They wanted, I think, 1 post on Instagram, 3 stories, and 30 to 90 second integration on YouTube. They said, what's your rates and so on and so forth. I'm gonna share my rates with you guys very openly, because that's my rates right now, today, with 25k followers on YouTube. The price goes up if it's USD. So we responded to them and we said our price is anywhere from $40,000. But if we want to do a long-term deal or some equity, we can negotiate in the future. Like if we saw that we're a good fit, we can negotiate. But if you just want 1 reel, 2 or 3 stories, I think, and then 30 to 90 second YouTube integration, that's the price. Now you might look at it and you're like, are you insane? What do you mean $40,000? Like, why? How long would it take me to actually record it? It'll probably take me less than an hour. But because I have an audience of people that trust me to promote only things that are actually good, not just that pay me. And again, we don't accept. We had people be like, we want to pay you 100k for this. I'm like, no, that product does not align with my values, so we're not gonna even accept it. It's the value per the deliverable that I am giving and presenting to this company when I promote their product or service. I just know their business is gonna expand in a way we've never seen before. They're gonna get new clients to trust them, to try them. We have millions of people watching us on every single platform. Our stories get insane views. People do watch us. And we said attention is currency in this day and age. When you have an audience, brands, companies, people, they want to pay you to showcase their products and services, and that is totally fine. Now I'm gonna make sure I get my money worth, so I'm not charging them for the hour or 2. I'm charging them for the value that I bring to their company as an asset, and that's what more women should understand and truly live by. There is a science of energy management, not time management, because that's what broke people talk about. Rich people, we talk about energy management. What is energy management? Energy management is, instead of thinking, oh, to make more money, I need to add more tasks to my list, you're thinking, actually, to manage my energy, I need to remove tasks for me to actually make more money from my list. I need my list to be very, very small on tasks, high-level tasks that only I can do them. Which it brings me to my next word, which is decision fatigue, which is when you are making so many decisions throughout the day, you are drained and you end up not wanting to make any decisions, because making a decision is a hard thing. You need to think through the pros and cons. And if you're making small decisions the whole time, like every day, what should I wear? What should I eat? Which exit should I take? What should I respond to this person? What should I tell my assistant? These are all decision making, and you're wasting that willpower that every single human being, they have a capacity every single day that they cannot go beyond it, because if you go beyond it, you just become less creative. When you waste it on small little decisions that make no money or no growth to your business, that is when you waste your potential. Don't waste your potential. What outfit should I wear? Hire a stylist. I was complaining about that, so this advice is for me, because I keep deciding what to wear. Hire a stylist. So what I was saying is, the richest people in the world, they just have fewer decisions to make every single day. And this is why the decisions that they make are very powerful, are very creative, and it shows in the results and the money that they end up making. Now, let's talk about the leverage points that can actually get you to 7 figures. Like, what are the points that I need to take advantage of to get to 7 figures, right? Number 1, you wanna hire a team. So for the longest time ever, I've only had an assistant, right? Someone that does the task that you don't want to do. Maybe respond to this email, respond to this person, DM this person, manage this, manage my schedule, just like really random stuff every single day, nothing high level. She became so good, and one thing that I do that is so good is I sell the vision to people that I want to work with. So I tell them, I'm like, for me, I don't like just hiring and firing people every single other month or year. I want to work with high level people that we can grow together. Like, I want people in my business that we're gonna grow together and create epic stuff together, versus hiring someone new and getting used to them. That's all really draining in any business. So I want to incentivize them, like, hey, if we work this long together, of course you're gonna grow, you're gonna go up in positions. In the future, we can start your own business that can fall under my business, and we can create a business for you. Like, I want my people to win that are around me, not like, oh, you're just gonna work for me for the rest of our lives and that's how it's gonna go. Because of course I preach entrepreneurship, I preach having your own business. So whatever talent I have, I'm always incentivizing them, sometimes with equity, sometimes with a percentage of sales. I'm talking about the core people that have been with me with day one, and they help the business be pushed forward. So every single day when I wake up, I'm not the only one stressed about, did we make money? Did we do the right decisions? Everyone is stressed because we all have more skin in the game. So you want more people to have skin in the game in your business, so you're not waking up motivating people like, please work, I pay you, please. No one wants that. That is draining. So she became my director, where she manages my whole life, and of course she has equity in the company as well, because, and I told them, like, I wanted to step up in a way like where you learn stuff. So she started learning like stuff that I'm like, how did you even learn that? But she's extremely smart, and these are probably my favorite people. I like truly hiring for some positions for work ethic versus talent, because if someone has the talent and they are just negative people, they're not good to be around, they don't have the good qualities of someone that will truly make sure your business is growing, give you their all in making everything be better for your business, that's a waste of talent. I would rather have someone that is such a hardworking person, and I'm gonna help them learn whatever they need to learn. Now, of course, some positions in the company, you need someone that already has a talent, so it just depends on the position. Now, after that, we've actually hired 2 assistants for her. So technically right now I have 2 assistants, and then my director that runs my life. And then of course we have my right-hand man that is sitting beside me right now, my creative director slash videographer that makes all the videos that you guys see here. He is literally the brain behind a lot of the content, truly such a visionary, and I love that about the people that I work with. Very smart, but he's only 22, and sometimes he gets to act his age, and I whoop him.
Oh
I start sending knives.
Where is this going?
But other than that, he's actually a very, very amazing. Of course, for him, I did hire for talent, but also his work ethic is amazing. His energy is amazing all the time, which is someone that you want to have around you and to grow with you. Then this happened by mistake, guys. I did not plan for this to happen. where someone DM'd me, and a lot of people DM me, but these are special people that DM me, and we started talking to each other, and we hired them as business partners, where they became actually my CEO and the COO, and they run literally the whole operation. Honestly, if it wasn't for them, I would not have scaled to the way that I have scaled in the last 6 months. They have lawyers, accountants, sales team, managers. Like, I've seen a lot of these people, but they're the best. And I'm not sharing them because they don't work with everyone. They don't work with anyone but me. So that's my team. But that's truly hiring someone in your business that knows things that you don't even know about your business. And that's exactly what they do. They don't even ask me for permission. Like, oh, we just spent $15,000. I'm like, what did we spend $15,000? Whose money? I know that's money, my money. Why did we spend $15,000? Oh, just for this thing that does SMS. But then I'm like, okay, Afnan, they're better. They know what they're doing. Cry about it a little bit because you're like, could have been a Rolex. Could have been 5 glass sunglasses. A whole Hermes bag. We invested in business, and that's what successful people do. And then after a day, they're like, oh, we need to pay closers. How much? Oh, just 30,000. For what? For the week. Oh. We pay closers 10% every single week. So you guys do the math. If we paid them 30,000 in 1 week, you do the math how much we made. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm still a girl, and I still, these big numbers still shock me. Even when I open my bank account, I'm like, I'm still shocked. But that's a good thing because I'm still new money. I've been making a lot of money, but this is all new money. But back to what I was saying is you need to hire a team. But this is basically my journey with my team. So that's basically what we have. We have copywriters as well that do the presentation and the slides for all my webinars. We have like probably 3-4 editors right now. Like, I don't even know who we have employed. I just know that I have to pay all of them, and that's fine, right? More money, more problem. That's what they say. Now, the second leverage point that we have as well is tech. So we have automations for most of my social medias. As soon as someone puts a word, it's like a trigger to automation that sends them automatically the information. We have funnels, we have Go High Level. It's like a mix of funnels, email marketing, ManyChat, all in one website. It's amazing. SMS, a bunch of stuff in one place. There's a lot of things with tech. Me, I know nothing about that because that's all my director. She's amazing with that. She does all these things. Now, my third leverage point is brand. That's why I invest so much time, so much energy into my brand, because your brand, your name will sell things at a way higher value, way faster than anything could. Hence why you should invest in it. Hence why you should grow it. Hence why you should spend money on it, because that will come back to you literally tenfold for a very, very, very long period of time. And this is why I literally help the women and the men build and scale their brands into numbers, into the size that will serve them for a very, very long time. So leverage your brand. That's the third leverage, basically. Now, you need to learn how to structure your weeks, your days in a way that runs and scale your business like a 7-figure CEO business. So you need to look at your tasks that you do every single day, and in the beginning, you almost need to like micromanage your tasks, as in, is this a 6-figure task or a 7-figure task that I need to do? Is this a CEO task or something I can delegate? So here's what my tasks for the week look like. Now, again, of course, businesses are different, but I can maybe share a little bit of mine. It can be a good insight to your business. So number one, of course, I plan my weeks. I plan what type of content we're gonna be recording. I come up with also the ideas for the content. Me and my creative director, we come up with it, and then I refine it in a way that makes sense to my style. I explain it with my knowledge, and so on and so forth. We see what's trending. We study content, and we come up for a content plan for the week. He comes up with literally most of like the ideas or topics. Then we nail it down to like, okay, maybe let's do these 3 ideas because I like it. Then I'm like pouring my knowledge into it, writing it in a way, explaining to you guys just like we're doing on this. Like, that was a topic that he said, oh, we should talk about this topic, and I'm like, maybe yes, we should talk about it. And then boom, we came up with the framework and so on and so forth. So that's the first thing for content, because content is very, very important to us. Another thing that I do is, of course, I do my one-on-one calls that we have with our high ticket client. So we have clients that pay me to work with me for 3 months, one-on-one, and we do a couple calls with them. And other than that, we're just looking at the whole business, My team is making sure we're scaling, we're increasing in sales, we're doing amazing. Our CEO is looking at what new projects, what new products and services we can launch. My copywriters are getting better and better at understanding me. Sometimes they even post the content that I record. Instead of me posting it, they actually post it for me after I record it. They give me maybe some ideas. That's really it, guys. You know what my job is? My job is to come up with ideas, come up with things that we're gonna talk about, things that we're gonna do. Just basically being the brain, the mastermind, and then the team executes the vision and they make sure it happens. And that's really all I do. And of course, I'm the face, so I need to make sure I look pretty. So I get a lot of facials. I get my hair did, makeup did, I get my clothes, look cute, make sure I'm relaxed, in a good mood, no one's stressing me. Boom, execution. And the team looks at the numbers, the team handle payments, the team does all of these technical stuff. So I don't need to post manually, I don't need to edit manually, I don't need to pay people manually, I don't need to record manually, I don't need to do anything manually. I just need to think and then smile and yap. Yappa, 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 yappa. So the last thing that I want us to understand is scaling starts in your mindset. I need you to master in your brain that you don't need to work harder. You don't need to put in more hours. You don't need to put in more effort. You need to become more valuable, to learn more, spend your time learning and thinking and analyzing. That's all you do. And then of course, if you're recording, you're also the face of the brand. But you're not doing any tech, any behind the scenes, any deep in work. Everyone have their own job for that you have hired, and they specialize in that and they're amazing at that. The faster you understand that, the faster you master that mindset, you bring it to life, and make sure you are okay with investing in your business. Don't be cheap in your business. If you are cheap or you're like, I don't want to pay for this, I don't want to pay for an assistant, I don't want to pay for a videographer, it just means that you think more money is not going to come. And that is basically you saying that you cannot make 7 figures. Once you know that a 7 figure is going to happen, you spend that. Now, I'm not saying go broke, but instead of just stacking cash under your bed, invest money into your business to scale it faster. Because if you don't spend the money, number one, you might never reach the 7-figure mark. Number two, you might get there after 10 years when now it's not even something impressive. You've worked so hard for it for so long, and maybe 7 figures in 10 years is the new broke. Who knows these days? So make sure you invest in your business, spend money, stop being stingy. Like, I can do everything by myself, I don't need to pay anyone, I can do it all. That is probably what is hurting you the most in your business. I love you guys. I hope you got some value. For anyone that always floods my DMs about one-on-one mentorship, about working with me, or learning all my frameworks, all my strategies for my businesses that are making over $500,000 a month, you can message us on Instagram and let's make $1 million this week. I love you guys. Let's make $1 million! Because what else?